You know, just trying to stay engaged with what was happening globally. And keep my faith and stay in tune with it. And I would watch this stuff religiously, and I would go into the game, and I wasn't one of those individuals that I'd mean mug you before I played. You know, I'm a good man. But my heart, I'm looking at you totally different. The game against Utah, prime example. And many games was this way. But again, I'm talking about the power of information, the power of images. I would watch these games right before I remember the game that I hit 51 against Utah. I'm in the hotel, and I'm going back and forth between the Message and the war in Chechnya. And so when I get out there and have a good one. I'm smiling, I'm sitting here like this, but my heart, you just don't know, I'm looking at you like you done violated my mother. I'm looking at you like you're the reason why we're going through what we're going through in Chechnya. It wasn't right. I mean, okay, it's not accurate, but this was me. And in order for me to get justice, I gotta annihilate you tonight. This is what was going on in my heart and in my head. So we don't know. When he was telling me that they're bringing back Adam's World live, I got excited. You know, I mean, of course, I wasn't a child when I was watching. I had children. So we used to watch it all the time. We don't know fully the impact. It's like the brother was mentioning earlier. When we plant those seeds, the impact that something like this will have for the future generation. You know, and Allah has given us opportunity after opportunity to do something and to be supportive. And I don't know how you do it. I would never want to be a fundraiser. That's a tough job. Another thing I want to say when you were talking, I was thinking, and I know I'm off a little bit, but don't ever invite me back to speak. If you're speaking and Adil is speaking before me with so much wealth of information y'all gave, y'all were the keynote speaker. So alhamdulillah. But there's just a little story that I want to leave. And this is my hope, but at the same time my fear for us as a community. There was a story that there were two individuals and they were watching this battle take place. And they were eager to want to go out and fight for justice. And one was certain, didn't even hesitate, he jumped out into the fray with the minutes he was martyred. The other one, he wanted to go, but he was hesitating. And he had to kind of psych himself up. Like, who do you fear? You fear God or do you fear man? Right? And so after talking to himself, he lunged out. Within minutes, he was martyred. They went back and asked the Prophet ﷺ. They said, what do you say about him? They said, as for the first one, I see him ascending to Jannah quickly. As for the second one, he's lagging behind. He said, why is he lagging behind? The Prophet said, because he hesitated. The reason I say that is because we have so many opportunities to do something, to support something. And my fear is that we'll be that second brother that hesitates or sister that hesitates, but we hesitate so long that we miss the opportunity. And instead of ascending, we're descending. At least in his case, he ended up taking a position. You know, so this is my prayer, but this is also my fear for us. So I pray that we take advantage of it and just really and truly support causes like this because it goes a long way. You know, I know what information has done for me. I think everybody in this room can say the same thing. And what images have done, the impact that it's had on us in good and bad ways. And so this is nothing but positive. And we need more of it, especially our youth, because we talked today about the danger that so many of our youth are into. You know, even atheism is on the rise. They're being influenced by it. You know, suicide rates. I mean, it's ridiculous. The things that you hear. You know, we live in a culture where, too, we've become so soft. We don't want to be challenged. I think Trevor Noah said it best. He said, we live in a society where we're more offended by being called a racist than actually being one. How dare you call me a racist? He said, well, how dare you be one? You know, you have universities now where they establish like trigger points where if a speaker comes in and they're going to say something that rubs you the wrong way, right? They'll notify the students, and then they have like safe spaces. So you might have diapers, they may have coloring books, where you can go and feel safe. This is how you grow, by being challenged. You know, by hearing things that make you uncomfortable. And like we're going away from that. And so these things, I think, are important to keep us grounded and keep us focused. So I want to thank you again for coming. Please, anything I said that was out of line, of course, the blame is on me, and all praise belongs to Allah for everything. Assalamu alaikum.